weekend after she was allegedly involved in a fatal hit-and-run crash. San Angelo begins replacing water meters throughout town, and today is the first day of two-a-days for high school football. I'm James Bellini, and this is Live. We'll get to the news in a minute, but first, the time is here to stock up and save on John Deere filters and packaged oils at South Plains Implement semi-annual sale. Now through August 31st, receive 12% off John Deere oil and filters. Some restrictions apply. And visit their parts department for details. Located at US 67 North at Tractor Trail in San Angelo, or with 18 additional locations, there is a South Plains Implement near you. South Plains Implement, where farm meets family. Starting off the news, a 19-year-old San Angelo woman was arrested over the weekend after she struck and killed 56-year-old James Dwyer Jr. Andrea Mendoza is currently sitting in the Tom Green County Jail for accident involving death after she allegedly struck and killed Dwyer at 31st Street and North Chadburn around midnight on Sunday, August 4th. Police were called to the scene where Dwyer was found with a weak pulse and with injuries consistent with being struck by a vehicle. He died shortly after medics arrived. The suspect vehicle was found with a busted windshield and blood on it, not far from the scene, but Mendoza and her friend had fled. A family member went to pick up Mendoza and her friend from a Shell station on 29th Street, and when she attempted to take them back to the scene, the two fled again. Mendoza was eventually arrested on Sunday and has a $75,000 bond. As for the victim, a GoFundMe has been set up to help with expenses, and you can find that on San Angelo Live. The city of San Angelo has begun an initiative to start replacing water meters across the city. The company contracted, Core & Main, has begun the project aimed to upgrade the outdated water system in San Angelo. City officials have said that residents do not need to do anything special during this process, and crews will take about an hour, half an hour at each station, or right at each meter. But if you do have any problems, contact the Water Customer Service line at 325-657-4232. Have you downloaded the San Angelo Live mobile app yet? It's free and it's the best app in the business. Download it off the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to stay up to date with news in San Angelo. San Jacinto Elementary has been temporarily relocated due to the recent earthquakes that shook San Angelo. A load-bearing wall at San Jacinto raised concerns in the main building, so students will start the year at Reagan Elementary. Most schools will have delayed start and will begin school on August 19th. Transportation will be available for all students affected. Into weather, it's going to be hot all week long, so prepare accordingly. Right now it's 96 degrees with a high of 98, and a low tonight is 73. Tomorrow, the 100-degree days start with 101, and then on Wednesday, a pretty good jump to 106. Thursday will be even worse at 107, and then 105 on Friday. Lows all week will be in the mid-70s. When we come back, the Cover One crew talks about the start of football season, but first, a word from the Bass Bunch.
It's our giant tag sale.
Right now, during our giant tag hail sale, you can get a brand new 2024 Ford Bronco Sport for just $25,999.
Don't miss our giant tag sale only at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston, Hart, and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
Welcome everybody to Cover One. It is the official start of football season. Before we get into it, my co-host Ryan Chadwick. Chadwick, how are we doing?
Dude, it's here.
Football
and I know
is
I'd
finally
say
here.
that might have sounded a little informal, but that's just that's the excitement that football brings.
Thank goodness.
I was out at the San Angelo Stadium this morning getting all the Bobcats action, seeing what they're going to look like, talking to the players, talking to the coaches. There's an excitement building in San Angelo that hasn't been seen since probably the beginning of last year. Coupled with that, I went out to Wall, and it's same kind of atmosphere, lots of jumping around, lots of excitement, and got to the point where the coaches even had to rein those Wall Hawks in a little bit. But yeah, overall, great first day for me. Got plenty of content coming out this week. I already put out a Central story. We got Wall coming. We're going to be at Grape Creek, Lakeview, TLCA, Christoval, Miles. Going to have some Ballinger action coming. And so, yeah, I'm about it, and football's back.
Thank goodness, because I don't know what I was going to do. don't bother me for the next 4 months. Actually, Cowboys fans, so yeah, 4 months. All right, Chadwick, you went out to Central Stadium, San Angelo Stadium, I apologize, and you got an interview with the big guy.
Oh, I did. I got multiple interviews, actually.
With multiple guys.
Got to film a little bit of practice, got to take a lot of pictures, even participated in one or two of the drills, just tossing footballs here and there. Coach Smith really was just inviting the entire media out there, and we were all welcome. And it was just like everyone was there was a bunch of parents in the stands. Everyone was just excited that football was back. But yeah, after practice, Coach Smith came and gave a little mini press conference to the members of the media that were there. So if you want to hear from Coach Smith, let's go ahead and go to that. All right, Coach. Opening up 2024, first day of practice. Just go ahead and give me your overall thoughts on how the guys look today and just how excited you are to be back out here.
Well, you know, the level of excitement was tremendous today, and I'm just so proud of the guys. You know, we had a group of hungry players that showed up today. They're lined up well before 7 o'clock, ready to go, and that just kind of tells you the excitement that's around the program within the players. They were really geared up to be out here today and get ready to go to work. You know, we got a lot of work to be done, and this team embraces the fact that we have a lot of that in front of us. But, you know, we know the best days are ahead in this program, but, you know, from a culture standpoint, an excitement standpoint, you know, where we want the team at this point to start training camp, this was perfect today.
Thanks again, Coach Smith. Man, James, isn't he good at talking to the cameras?
I know, man. He certainly is. I wish you'd have given us some hints, man. I wish you'd have given us some hints.
You know, but hey, today was all about the hard work that the Bobcats still have put in this summer and what work they still had in front of them. But like I said before, the overall atmosphere is just excitement. It's hopeful, you know. We're not expecting the Bobcats to go 10-0 or anything this year, but like a complete program turnaround, that's not out of the question. But not only did we get to talk to Coach Smith, but we got an interview from one of the players that I am sure a few of you would be interested in hearing from, and that was quarterback one of the Central Bobcats, Squeaking English. Let's go ahead and listen to what English had to say.
I feel like we came out really excited. Like, everyone was hyped up, ready to go, and practice was great today for the first day.
Do you feel like your throws and everything, do you feel like you've taken another step on your progression?
Yeah, so I feel like I'm getting better every day with Coach Cope helping me. He cares about the little things. He's helping me do that, and he's strict on me, and that's what I need.
Obviously, a big returner for you guys this year. You know, just talk about the growth and development that you've seen, you know, from obviously summer until now of your wideouts and running backs as well.
I feel like we work hard, and we want to win. Like, we don't want to feel 1-9 no more.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, you and Colton had a great connection last year. Do you feel like that connection is going to continue to grow this year?
Oh, yes, sir.
Hey, give me a shout out of a couple guys that all us and the fans need to look out for on offense this year.
Well, I mean, like, the whole team, like the O-line, they be doing their job. Colton, Jimmy, Turbo, basically everybody.
New coaching staff for you guys. Just talk about, you know, how things have gone transitionally for you guys, you know, from the summer till now of, you know, learning new things for you guys, but also new things that also benefit you guys as well.
It's a challenge to go from one thing to another like that, but like the coaches, they're great. They help us. If you ask questions, they'll help, and like we're picking it up and we're getting in. Like, I like the coaches.
Thanks again, Squeak. I know you don't like being on camera, but man, by the end of this season, we will get you good at it.
What's all this sir stuff about? What's all this sir stuff?
I mean, he's a polite kid. He's one of the most polite kids I've ever had the pleasure of working with. And man, like, newcomer of the year last year, he steps in his second year at the helm for the Bobcats. I expect nothing but bigger and better things for the young man. I know he's already got college offers rolling in. I think the most recent one he got was from Sul Ross State, who just joined the LSC with the Rams to play football this year. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But I don't know, man. Like he's going to be pretty good again this year, and hopefully his throwing motion's improved. He was already accurate, and he already was good at the decision making. Remember, he threw 4 picks within the first 2 games and then didn't throw another interception the rest of the season, and that's just the kind of player he is. So, yeah, Squeak, we're excited to see what you have to offer this year, and I'm just excited for some Bobcat football.
Yeah, that wasn't the only school you went out to. You got done at Central and went out to Wall, talked to Coach Slaughter, and you talked to a couple of his players, offensive linemen. going to be important for them this year, right?
Oh, yeah. Coach Slaughter, I got out to practice right in the middle of a let's bring it back down disciplinary session. I walk out there, and they're all doing up-downs and whatnot. But like I said, those Wall Hawks are flying around the ball. The defense looks strong. The offense looks completely different. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was a sight to see. It was very weird and different seeing the ball flying around out at Hawks Stadium out there. But
how'd their QB look?
Hey, so right now there's still a QB battle. I got to interview Caleb Braden today. He's sitting in one of the front runner positions. He also is one of their best defensive backs. So it just depends on where the Wall Hawks are going to want to use him. And I know Slaughter hasn't made that final decision yet. I know he is leaving most of those decisions to his offensive coordinator. But, I mean, the balls were pretty, man. Good release time, tight spirals, and they were making it to the receiver with enough space where they weren't going to get clobbered, and they had a little bit of room to work with. And I know this is half shell helmets only, no pads yet, but like I said,
we're going to be out there and the pads go on.
Right? Yeah, it was very 7-on-7-esque. So I guess we'll have to see what it looks like when they actually have the shoulder pads on. But man, it was different. It was not ground and pound wall that we're used to seeing.
All right, and you talked to Marlett as well.
Yes, I did. I spoke to the Emmett Marlett. He's their right tackle and the absolute anchor of that offensive line out there. And I asked him, I'm like, is it a little bit different going backwards with your first step and then forwards? And he said it's taken a lot to get used to, but he's a big guy. He's a big, strong guy, and he's going to be one of the anchors on that offensive line. But I won't spoil anything on those interviews yet. That's going to come out in an article tomorrow just for y'all. And we'll probably recap that on another Cover One show tomorrow. But like I said, got to talk to all those Wall Hawks today. And, man, I don't know if you could tell, James. I'm just kind of hyped up right now.
No, I can tell.
Football's back.
Football's back, man. I'm going out to Cristobal tomorrow to go talk to Otho and Mandy Riojas, some of their offensive linemen that returned, and see maybe we can get a quarterback out there. You're going to look at that too.
Yeah.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I will be going out to visit Coach Teal and those Great Creek Eagles. Now, remember, this is Great Creek squad that is currently riding a 2-game district winning streak. Hope to carry that momentum into 2024 with they were a young team last year. They took their lumps. They got things together, and they were a pretty complete team by the end of the year. Now, this is a team that's going to look to take that next step headed into 2024, so we'll kind of see how that goes. And it's not high school football, so it's usually out of the Cover One scope, but I actually am going to go out and visit Coach Gersh and the rest of the Angelo State Rams tomorrow too. Ahead, in their preseason rankings, they're already, I guarantee they're going to be the top 10, pick second in the LSC for now. I don't think that Central Washington's going to beat the Rams this year on their home turf.
Yeah, we got some surprises with our coverage this year, so kind of expanded a little bit here and there, and we're going to try to give you the best Cover One we can and give you the best teams we can. Ryan, you have anything else you want to say before we end this?
Well, yeah, I'm just going to say we do.
I have something I want to say. Never mind. I'm just joking.
Well, first of all, exactly what you said. We do have a few surprises in our coverage this year. We are expanding. Look for the greater West Texas area to be included. But, man, it's going to be a challenge this year, but it's going to be fun. And I think we have a lot of great content in store, and I think all of y'all are going to like it.
I think so too, man. We're talking big country, South Plains, all around.
Yeah, a little bit of Permian Basin, not as much, but definitely big country and South Plains, including our Cover One coverage this year. So get excited. This is the start of the 2024 football season. So we got, 3 weeks until week 1?
Well, pads go on Saturday, and then
we got a couple scrimmages.
You do intra-squad scrimmages.
Well, I don't even know.
That some
are we
people
even going to do
those.
intra-squad? I know that the Hawks just have 2 regular scrimmage opponents. They're going to Early and they're going to Breckenridge.
Well, I'm going to a squad at the end of the week. I'm going to one, and then I'm going to go to another one. Should have a big name there. And
this Saturday, where are you going, James?
I'm going to Brownwood this Saturday.
Going to go see those Brownwood Lions, and of course we got Erie County planned on Friday for Friday Night Madness. But yeah, like I said, tons of content coming y'all's way, so be ready for it. Get excited.
All right, this has been Cover One. We hope you enjoyed it, and look out for our exclusive coverage coming up.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the Giants and who will never, ever flinch.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks for watching the Live Daily News Show, the only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley. Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms, and download the San Angelo Live mobile app today to stay up to date with news from in and around the Concho Valley. Thanks again, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.